Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nicole Smart from CIMA, and let me firstly say Happy Apprenticeship Week, one and all. As some of you are aware, CIMA have 2 apprenticeships that you can study at level 4 and level 7 within England. This week is an important week when it comes to apprenticeships, and it's our opportunity to really showcase some excellent case studies from SEMA apprentices out there to share insight of their experiences and the support they get from their employer partners. Today, I'm really proud to introduce Oliver Jones. Hi,
Hello.
Ollie. Ollie is from Defence and Equipment and Support, which is part of the Ministry of Defence. So let's kick things off straight away, Ollie. Firstly, tell me a bit about yourself and your role.
Yeah, sure. So I went to uni a few years ago and qualified with a 2-1 in maths. That was back in 2013. After that, I wasn't entirely sure what I should go into. There's many choices, so ended up doing a bit of charity work, a bit of retail management, and then one day I saw the apprenticeship opportunity come up and I thought, looks good, I've got no experience or qualifications in that field, good entry starting point, so went for it, got the job and joined the Ministry of Defence. My day-to-day role is all around cost control, mostly within in-year management, so basically forecasting things from the start to the end of a tax year. One of the things I'll look at is accruals for projects, like what work has been done that is outstanding to pay for, and ensuring that we have the evidence for that, because we are subject to audits from the National Audit Office, so we want to ensure that everything we're saying we owe is actually valid, just so that value for money for taxpayers and getting the most of their money. As well as that, it's just reconciliation of accounts, and again, similar reasons, just value for money for taxpayer, making sure that what we're saying is going through the accounts is real. So
tell us a bit about the apprenticeship programme within Defence Equipment and Support.
So the programme itself is 18 months long. The first year I gained my certificate in business accounting, so that was going to college and on a periodic basis doing the 4 modules that SEMA require you to do for that qualification. The final 6 months were doing the level 4 apprenticeship, which was 2 parts. One was a role simulation exam, which basically tested the theory that you've learned over the last year. The second part was a reflective statement that was just you talking about some work and explaining how you've hit SEMA's professional behaviours. On the scheme, it's been very good structure, like highly supported by our employers. They've given us 20% of our time working towards the qualifications, and the thing has set me up to continue SEMA further on. So I've been given my funding to go straight to a strategic level, which is pretty good.
So what I can gather from what you said so far is that what you've obtained in theory within college, you've successfully applied in practice within your role, and it's kind of brought everything to life and made everything make sense.
Yeah, definitely. So one of the first things you might learn doing SEMA is debits and credits. When I first joined the job, I was making journals, putting debits here, credits there, and wasn't entirely sure why or what I was doing, but started going to college and it was, this is a debit, this is a credit, and all of a sudden what I was doing day to day suddenly made sense. And it's the same for lots of little things such as the trial balance and such things like that.
So how has the SEMA qualification benefited you in your role so far?
So it's mostly actually being able to apply that theory in a practical manner. Like I said, you actually understand what you're doing. What I've seen from more senior management is them employing the higher levels of SEMA, strategic, operational and such things, into work they do on a daily basis, so costing for contracts and general, more management sort of things.
So this is the key question, I think, and the one that's going to resonate long after we've come off air from Facebook, and it's really around words of advice that you could offer for individuals thinking about embarking on an apprenticeship route, and what advice you would give, like words of wisdom.
To be honest, I'd say if you are thinking about it, you may as well go for it. If you've got no qualifications experience, and as I found from my lack of experience, it's a great entry point. If you think you might want to go into finance but you're not sure, you're going to learn basically from the start if it's right or not for you. Likewise, again, even if you do have a higher education, so myself, I went to uni, half my cohort went to uni, and we all ended up on apprenticeships because it was a great way to gain the experience and actually discover finance from the start. That's mostly it. Just if you think you want to do it, you may as well go for it, because you'll get the qualification and also the work.
Perfect, that's great. Well, let me take this opportunity to thank Ollie for joining me today. Hopefully you found it as insightful as I did. In terms of any questions that you may have, please post them in the box and we will get back to you as soon as possible. We have loads of events that are happening across the week. A couple that stand out for me is the event at Sandown Racecourse. It's a national apprenticeship roadshow. And we have another Facebook Live on the 7th of March with Siemens. So if you are available, do tune into that. All of the information and details will also be posted, so don't worry, that will come. Let me take this opportunity to say thank you to Ollie again.
Yes, good to be here.
And thank you to you for joining us. Have a